Yo, what it do, Hustle Nation? Let's talk financial challenges and the wealth building cornerstones that you need to put in place to eradicate them once and for all. Listen, people, for those of you who are serious about building multi generational wealth, then you want to tune in, listen closely, and grab yourself something to take notes with because you're going to be blown away by these four challenges. If you would just overcome these things, then the game will change for you. Plus, I'm going to share with you a way that you can win $500. There's 20 opportunities for you. For the first 20 days in the month of December, we're giving away $500 every day, right? And I'm going to show you how you guys can win. But comment below, what do you think the biggest four financial challenges are for most hardworking Americans? And let's go ahead and dive right in. But you've got to overcome fear if you're going to win. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Really quickly, for those of you who do not know me, my name is H. Cortez, also known as the one and only financial health mentor, everybody's favorite fatherpreneur from financialhealthmentor.com. And I'm on a mission to empower people economically through financial literacy with an emphasis on personal brand development and entrepreneurship. And I understand that in order to build generational wealth, you first got to come to the conclusion as to what's stopping you from doing it so that you can overcome those things. And there's four financial challenges that's killing your money. And we're going to talk about those today. Comment in the chat where you're from, drop the name of your business and or your brand. And we'd love to give you a free business shout out because I just love entrepreneurship. So what I'm going to do is share my screen and we're going to go through a couple quick data points, man. I just want to share some things with you. Then I'm going to tell you guys what you could do to learn how you can win $500 today, tomorrow, the next day, and the day after that, and the day after that, man, for plugging into our team, our financial strategists, man. It is amazing at this time of year where everybody is reeling, everybody is anxious to have 2020 be over with. Nah, man, we're going out of 2020 with a bang, and we're going to blow the doors off 2021. So let's get into the screen share and let's talk about these four financial challenges that you absolutely have to overcome if you're going to build wealth, right? So let's look at this, right? What are these four financial challenges? Well, challenge number one is inflation, right? The value of the dollar based on how our economy is set up will continue to dip down little by little every single day. Steve Russ, what's going on, my brother? I see you, Mary. Hello, hello, hello. If you do not have an answer for inflation, I want you guys to think about something. What has COVID caused us to see happen in the last 6 months since restaurants were able to open back up, stores were able to open back up? What are you seeing? You're seeing the prices go up on almost everything that we need to survive. That's why we call inflation the silent income killer, right? The second challenge that you have to overcome is taxes. Third is debt. And number four is big business. So let's look at the silent income killer right now. The value of the dollar is always going down because of the way our economy is set up, and we can't really do anything about the value of the dollar going down. However, we can do a lot in the way of getting our money to grow faster than the rate of inflation, right? Think about it. Business owners get to decide when they're going to raise their prices, right? And either you got to suck it up or you got to find another vendor, another place to do business. And we know because of COVID, business owners are not able to serve as many people as they normally would. as a result, they're raising prices on the few people that they are able to serve. Think about your barber. We used to be in a barbershop packed wall to wall every Saturday morning. Now only 6 people can come in at a time. Barber can't see as many people. What are they doing to make up the difference? They're doubling their prices. Some of them are even tripling their prices, right? Social distancing is causing a lot of havoc on our finances. Let's look at challenge number 2, which is taxes, what we call the chainsaw massacre, right? Because there's nothing silent about the way Uncle Sam digs in your pocket and gets his money off the top, right? It is what it is. But again, most people think that these are challenges that they cannot overcome. But I'm telling you, man, you got to understand the economy in which you live. You live in an economy that was built for business people, by business people, and to benefit business people. And if you don't understand what that means and how it affects you and your taxes, then my friend, you need to stay tuned. But your largest expense is your taxes. And if you work a job only, I want you to hear me carefully. This is not job bashing. If you work a job only, you will pay the most taxes of anybody in this economy. That's how it's set up, right? I didn't make the rules. I just learned the game, and I'm learning how to dominate, right? So you're going to lose 1/3 of your income to taxes. And people challenge me on this all the time. Let me come back to you full screen real quick, right? I want you guys to think about something. People challenge me on this all the time. Cortez, no way I lose 1/3 of my income to taxes. Well, even if you are not in the higher tax brackets, right? Just say that you're at $30,000 a year, $25,000 to $30,000 a year, you're probably still going to be in that 18 to 20% tax bracket. Let's just say it's 20%, right? So you're at 20% just federal. If you're going to live in a state like Missouri, then you also have a state tax, which is about 8%. So now I went from 20% federal, 8% state. And guess what? I'm going to pay about 7 to 9% in sales tax on everything I buy. So what does that mean? I just went from 28% and added another, on the low end, 7%, right? 28 plus 7 is 35%. I'm already at 1/3 of my income right there, right? Now, guess what? I still have to deal with, if I own property, personal property tax. I still have to deal with, if I own real estate tax. I still have to deal with all the other things that come with taxation in this country. And this is why hardworking Americans struggle financially, because they don't realize they're losing almost half of their income to Uncle Sam, right? The only way that you're going to come out of that situation is you got to understand that taxes causes our next challenge, which is debt, right? Of course, if you lose 1/3 of your income, you're going to then go out and borrow to make up the difference, right? This is why you're in debt, people. It's not that you don't work hard. It's not that you are not smart. It's not that you are lazy, or it's not that you make bad financial decisions. Now, don't get me wrong. I know there are some people who do all of those things, right? But the average hardworking American is trying to play the game the way they've been taught to play it, and they're not winning because of these challenges. So if you lose 40% of your income, say for instance, you make $50,000 a year on your job, you're trying to live a $50,000 a year lifestyle, but 40% of that went to Uncle Sam. So how do I still live a $50,000 a year lifestyle after 40% goes to Uncle Sam? It's easy. I go to the banks and I borrow. That's why we call debt the family curse. But you wouldn't be in debt in the first place if you understood how the tax game is played in this country. So you're going to lose a second third of your income to the banks via interest, right? That is your second largest expense. Taxes is number one, and then your debt is number two, right? Here's what you got to understand. Interest works forever. Interest works forever. How do you flip the script? How do you change the game? You have to get yourself out of debt or learn how to use debt to buy assets so that your money will grow faster, so that you are earning interest on the money that you have invested versus paying interest on the money that you've borrowed, right? And then think about it. COVID has caused these unemployment rates to really, really balloon, right? Well, guess what? When there's unemployment, people go deeper into debt, because when my income stops, in order to keep things afloat, I will go and borrow money. I will swipe the credit cards, right? Guys, this whole system is set up to have you working for Uncle Sam and the banks your entire life, right? Your entire life. And here's what's funny. They've scared you away from working for yourself. Try to get that, man. You work for Uncle Sam and the banks your entire life. Uncle Sam takes 40%, and then you're paying another 20, 30, 40% in interest on the debts that you borrow. But they scared you to death to even think about working for yourself. And then the last of these challenges is big business, which we like to call the money trap, right? And we are dead smack in the middle of the money trap right now, right? Started with Brown Thursday, Black Friday, Small Business Saturday, Cyber Monday has now become Cyber Week. So there's online deals all week long. This is where the last third of your income goes. Uncle Sam took a third, the banks took a third. Now you're trying to live off the rest, right? And I'm not saying there's something wrong with celebrating the holidays, but what we have to understand is the psychology behind how all of this stuff is playing out, right? What big business knows about working class people is that we all feel like we work so hard and all we're doing is paying bills. Therefore, if we have something to celebrate, then we tend to go overboard, right? So guess what? They give us something to celebrate every single month because they know we're going to go overboard. And as we go overboard, that's going to land us in debt. We're going to pay more in taxes on all the stuff that we're buying. Come on, man. You got to understand who your real enemy is. You got to understand the real solutions to all of these challenges, whether you want to hear it or not, is entrepreneurship. That's the real solution. Now, of course, I have a business opportunity that you can join me in, but this isn't about that. This is about you understanding that you need to add a business, a 1099 to your W-2 job, point blank and period. Here's how it's going to positively affect you. Whether you join me in business, whether you join one of my business partners, whether you join someone else altogether, whether you write a book, whether you create crafts at your kitchen table, you need a business. Here's why. Because the first thing that's going to happen when you start a business, if you're smart, you're going to go to your HR department and you're going to say, I need access to my tax withholding certificate. They're probably going to send you to some online portal so that you can make those adjustments. Why am I doing that, Cortez? Because when I own a business, I get taxed differently. And the way that my employer knows that I'm a business owner is through that W-4 tax withholding certificate. That alone, guys, can bring anywhere from $300 to $600 per month back into your household just starting the business. We ain't even talked about you making money in the business yet, right? And then because you're smart, you're going to take that extra $300 to $600 and you're not going to let lifestyle creep happen. What's lifestyle creep? That's when I get a little raise on my job. I make a few extra dollars. I bring in some money from a side hustle and I let my lifestyle go up every time my income goes up. No, We're not going to do that. We're going to get that extra $300 to $600, and we're going to use that to start paying down some debts, creating an emergency fund, and even start some investments, right? And because you use that money to start paying down some debts, what happens to your credit score? Credit score goes up, right? Because you use that money to build your emergency fund, what happens to your stress level? Got me a little emergency fund, got me a cushion, stress level goes down. You've got to understand how the game is played in America. And it starts with you understanding that you need a business. Home-based businesses are the best because we already have expenses, right? I already pay rent every single month. But guess what? Because I have this studio in my house, 20% of my rent every month is a tax write-off. Man, y'all got to get this, man. Y'all got to understand how the game is played. Really quickly, because I've got a meeting I've got to run to, man. I'll let this thing get away from me a little bit. Hey, listen, if you are serious about understanding how a business can help you in your finances, I want you to write this website down: www.makewealthreallive.com. www.makewealthreallive.com. If you go to that website tonight, 8:30 Central, 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central, we're going to show you how you can not only get yourself in business and partner with yours truly. I'm going to show you how having a business can transform your entire financial life, which changes everything about you. We're also going to show you how you can qualify to win $500 every day for the next 20 days, ladies and gentlemen. That's right. We're giving away $20,000 in the next 20 days. But you got to plug into that website. Now, if you're saying to yourself, well, Cortez, I'll be at work at 8:30. Man, I wish I can tune in, but I'm going to be busy. Listen, if you're not able to make it, I want you to send me an inbox and say, hey, I can't get on at 8:30, and I'll send you some recorded information that can help you understand what it is that we do, how we do it, but more importantly, why we do it. Because the name of the game is to build generational wealth. You just need the game plan. You are already disciplined. You are already hardworking. You are already got the drive and the desire. You just don't have the game plan. Let us help you with the game plan. We're going to make wealth real for you, but you got to tune in to get all of the details. Drop a 1 in the comment if I can count on you to show up tonight at 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7:30 p.m. Central Time. If I can count on you to show up, I want you to drop a 1 in the comments. And listen, before I get out of here, man, if you like this type of information, this type of education, chances are somebody on your timeline likes it too. Smash that share button. Make sure you subscribe to the channel on YouTube. Make sure you like the page on Facebook, and turn on the notifications so that you get this information when we go live on a regular basis, and engage. Curtis Walker, I see you. We'll see you tonight at 8:30 Eastern Time. I'm super, super excited, man. MakeWealthRealLive.com. Let me go ahead and put that in the comments before I go. www.makewealthreallive.com. Boom. 8:30 Eastern, 7:30 Central. Can't wait to see all you guys on, man. We are thoroughly engaged in an economic empowerment movement that's going to shake up this entire country. And I want you to be a part of it. Until next time, get your money up, because you absolutely can do it. But more importantly, you deserve to do it, each and every single one of you. Now hustle up. Oh, wait a minute. That didn't go right. Now hustle up. but you've got to overcome fear.